that had to be pretty embarrassing.
His crash.
Yeah. Also kind of cool in a lot of ways, because apparently, if anybody hasn't heard, everyone's heard at this point, but Harrison Ford crashed his World War II or World War I?
World War II plane.
World War II era plane on a golf course near Santa Monica Airport after his engine failed, I believe.
Yep.
Was it a Spitfire or Mustang?
Don't pretend you know about
exactly.
planes.
No, I do.
Okay. Okay.
He
All right.
successfully kind of put
I think it was a
out,
Sopwith Camel, like
No.
Snoopy.
To be honest, I actually do.
Do you really?
World
Okay.
War II,
Are
World
you
War
into
II.
that? Okay.
Yeah, they're cool.
Well, so why didn't you prepare a special report? You were on assignment last week. I guess you didn't have time.
Well, and it was kind of
Did you see the
I love
the
World War
photoshopped photo of him being carted off by the EMTs in the carbonite chamber? That was pretty
That's awesome. That is brilliant. No, I did not see that, but I really, really wish I had.
He's apparently fine. So,
Yeah, he's fine.
That's awesome. No, that's brilliant. The carbonite thing. So that was wild. Apparently, he actually was sort of heroic. Like he made sure he landed in a non-populated area.
Yeah, and if you look at the photos too, he like actually touched the thing down pretty well. Like the fuselage was all intact.
I fear much trouble in the fuselage, Frederick. It's just that's wild. That's crazy. I don't know. These celebrities and their planes, it always makes me a little freaked out. The only thing cooler is, do you guys remember when the guys were hiking and like he rescued them in a helicopter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How cool would that be? It's like, oh look, a rescue helicopter.
Legitimate action hero.
Yeah, it's like that's Indiana Jones, dude.
Yeah.
That's Han Solo. You know.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, so LTG, how was assignment?
From last week?
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
A lot of nerdiness.
Okay, cool.
A lot of games.
Yeah. Anything you want to say?
Anything that sticks out? Anything? I didn't really see anything new. A lot of just retro stuff.
Well, you know what they say, nothing's new.
A lot of Warhammer
Nothing
stuff.
new under the sun.
Yeah.
D&D stuff, but we already talked about that. It was mostly that, and
Any HR Puffin stuff?
I saw some Magic the Gathering tournaments, but nothing's new there.
HR Puffin stuff, no relation to H Salt
Fish Chip,
which
we have his son here.
Yeah. So the chip who lived. So so I guess all right. Well then, why don't you kick it off, dude?
Yeah, let's do this. The OFTS starts now.
Hola, and welcome to One for the Fans on the Fanbased Network. Tonight, P-Train Peterson will be handling all the news, and your MC, LTG, El Tigre, will be attempting, along with me, producer Justin Lane, to stump the P-Train. That and a lot more. We got news, we got a good verses coming, so please sit back and enjoy One for the Fans. That's good music. That is good music. I do like that music.
That's our friend Charlie. Charlie Vaughn in the Daily Routine.
Yeah, so good. So good.
We're wondering.
It
if
is.
Anyone was wondering.
Does he even listen?
Yeah, he I mean, he used to. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. One for
Hi.
the fans.
Hi.
I'm LTG.
I'm Justin P-Train Peterson.
It's more than that. He's got a lot of names.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
Yeah.
Engineer,
H. Salt Fish and
producer.
Chip Jr.
Jeff Lane across from
Yeah,
us.
I'm Justin Lane. I used to be called Night Train back in New York, but it would confuse people with P-Train, so we don't do that.
That's true.
Yeah, we're both Justin. So
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome, everybody. This is One for the Fans. It's kind of our nerd, fantastic variety show.
Yeah, it's a variety show.
We touch on all kinds of nerddom, and we're looking to expand, so we're going to be talking about adding some more features for our show.
Scratch and sniff.
If you haven't been
Smell-o-vision.
listening,
Oh, that'd be so cool.
now's a good time. But for those who have been listening, thank you. Let's kick it off.
Yeah, should we do the news?
Yeah, let's get into
Sure.
Let's
All
get
right,
into
let's
this.
go to our intrepid beat reporter.
Oh, and by the way,
So-
the UFTF drops on Fridays, and our other podcast, The Sidekick,
We'll have already dropped on Wednesday.
drops on
This past
Wednesdays.
week, yeah.
So Fridays and Wednesdays.
First of all, it's a very special anniversary for me. I'm sure Justin
Yeah,
as well.
for me as well.
It is this week Buffy Summers' 18th birthday.
That's right.
The show premiered 18 years ago,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Not the anniversary of the property.
No,
Because of the movie.
The anniversary of the TV show.
Right, right.
Yes. It first aired back in March of 96. Is it?
That sounds about right. Yeah. Wow. God.
So it's
That is freaky. Yeah, because I think it was the year the Yankees won the World Series.
crazy.
Yeah,
Craziness.
that's right. Yeah.
I do know for a fact that she graduated the year I graduated high school as well. We were both class of 99.
Nice.
It's interesting.
I feel old.
Yeah, I mean it's.
No, I feel old because you're class of 9.
Yeah, that's. I feel old in that Buffy is already 18 years old. It just doesn't feel like it was that long ago. I mean, I still watch the show today, and it still. I mean, it definitely reeks of 90s.
Yeah.
Now, but
Didn't age as well as Angel.
No. But it's still a great show, and happy birthday, Buffy and
97.
97.
1997 was the first episode date, which we probably should have been able to figure out, judging from it being 18 years.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just not good at the maths.
Hi there,
The
everybody.
maths and I don't get along.
Oh, with all the Quidditch tournaments, who has time to
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
don't
took
have
a
time for
bludger.
book
He
study.
took a
I don't
bludger
have
to the
time
head.
for book learning. I got squinched.
Splinched.
Splinched, yeah.
Oh.
Squinched.
He knows.
He knows. He's
Squanched.
playing.
Squanchy.
He's getting cute with us.
So
Very cool.
that
Great
is-
show. It
yeah.
started a whole. Really started a revolution in television. I mean,
Yeah.
at the time,
It's still-
it was
it's still, to this
amazing
day,
that they
very
gave him
influential.
the show. I know about his past and his family and his history and everything, but the fact is,
Yeah.
the movie was no great shakes. And
and he had a very kind of public falling out with
Yeah.
the producers who let him pretty much get the property back
Mm-hmm.
to turn it into the TV show. So
yeah, so cool. Happy.
and his new movie is coming out very soon.
Well, which one's that? I haven't
That's
heard anything
that-
about this.
That's that new Avengees, the Avengees.
Oh, the Avengers.
The
The Avengers.
yes, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Yeah,
Yeah.
should be
The
good.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. Who is the main?
We're not going to talk about that because
Is it Dylan?
that is going to be that is all going to be addressed in my warm-ups
Oh, okay.
for
Well,
Stump the
that's
P-Train.
one.
So you
I
want me
know
to,
his name.
I could pepper the
I know
the show with
I know the
warm-ups.
character's name.
Okay, what is the character's name?
Pike.
Yes, played by, of course.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, Luke Perry.
Yes, Luke Perry as Oliver Pike.
Dylan.
Very good.
Yes. And there was a character on the TV show that was kind of a replacement for Pike.
Who
in
is that?
One episode.
Mike.
No.
Well, no, the replacement for Pike is Kirk.
Yeah,
everyone knows that.
Yeah.
If you're a Trek fan.
No. Yeah, but no, what was his name? He was in the.
Anyway, we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Here's the first warm-up trivia. I'll pepper it throughout the day. This is the first Stump the P-Train warm-up.
Extensive
Buffy
warm-ups.
anniversary trivia. Who played the character Lefty in the film version?
Pee Wee Herman.
He was credited
Paul
as
Rubens.
by his full name. Yes, Paul Rubens.
Come on now, let's be honest. Pee Wee Herman's the right
I know, but I wanted to get him. As a warm-up, so I want him on his toes.
He has one of the best death scenes of all
Yeah.
time.
Oh, brilliant. Because he's competing for a treat, a special delicious treat, I believe, if he gets your championship round answers correct. So,
Oh boy.
He won't.
a delicious treat.
So,
He won't. So anyway, happy anniversary, Buffy.
happy anniversary to
Happy
Buffy.
anniversary.
So should we talk about Joss Whedon's, that apparently there's a new, I think you mentioned earlier there's a new trailer?
Oh yeah.
Segue.
Sugu.
One of the two new trailers that came out this week is the one for Daredevil, which has, I believe, 3 Buffy writers attached to it.
Well, it's coming full circle.
Yeah. Drew Goddard initially was going to be the showrunner. He wrote the pilot and directed the pilot as well. And then he handed it off to Stephen S. DeKnight to be the showrunner for the bulk of the season, who is also a Buffy writer. And I believe there's 2 more. If not Buffy writers, Whedonverse writers, Christos Gage, and there's someone else too. I can't remember who it is, but...
Well, we'll get that
Yeah.
information out
Yeah.
when need be. Put it in the comments.
And in addition to the Daredevil trailer, which I would recommend everybody check out online, new Age of Ultron trailer, UK trailer that is also on the internet, so everyone gets it. But it was originally released for the UK.
Do we see
probably
any-
the best trailer that they've released so far.
Do we see anything new in it?
There's a lot more of Ultron. In it.
Okay. Yeah, I saw something about him climbing a wall or something.
Yeah, and he's sitting on a throne at one point,
He's got,
looking very Dr.
the
Doom.
red cloak on. When his first appearance, he was wearing the red cloak.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's a lot more of the Scarlet Witch business
Yeah.
in it too.
Okay.
And the big one is we see Vision's eyes open at the end of the
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And his,
I dig it.
The yellow gem.
Yep.
People are making a lot of fuss over.
What's the fuss?
I think it's a stone.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about that, but maybe that could be.
I'm just.
Oh,
That's the fuss.
well, fuss is all right. We're gonna see soon enough.
I think maybe the soul gem.
Oh, because then they would give him a soul. Yeah. All
The
right.
whole Pinocchio thing.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's a real boy.
Exactly.
All right. Fair enough. Another bit of Marvel Cinematic Universe news. It was announced that Jeremy Renner is going to be appearing in Civil War, which isn't that big of a surprise.
No, that's
but
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye will be a character. I think that brings the total heroes up to like 7 or 8 now that are confirmed.
They
for
need
Civil
more.
War already,
Need more.
including Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they do need more if they're going to do that story. They really do.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe Daredevil might get up.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, why not? Or at least refer to.
Yeah.
Refer to characters. You don't have to cast them, but refer to them. We've got a shared universe, so let's do it to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the article about Whedon's statements about how the Hulk is going to be portrayed as a character
yes.
opposed to a stunt?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that's cool.
And there's a lot of rumors that the movie ends with them
Getting
firing him off
shot
to
in
space.
which has been a rumor all the way before the movie was even in production.
Do you think that's a legit rumor, or that's just people really wanting?
I think that
Planet
might
Hulk?
be a lot of speculation on Planet Hulk, but it also would kind of make sense as to why Hulk hasn't been announced for his own solo project,
Right? Because I think that would be,
or even announced for Civil War yet.
I think Hulk would. I think a Planet Hulk movie, which they proved would work with Guardians, because something cosmic and off planet.
The Sakarans
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
they introduced there.
I think, and it was a well-written story and everything else. I think that would break the bank. I think that would absolutely be, just mind-blowingly huge.
And it would be great for Mark Ruffalo too.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, because he's just got shot in the Foxcatcher.
Yeah.
But no, it would be incredible. And it's funny though, because I was thinking about this when I read that news, that speculation. I realized that World War Hulk, or Planet Hulk,
Planet Hulk, the first one.
was basically just what they did with the Thing after Secret Wars. The original Secret Wars was Ben Grimm stayed behind, and he was able to change because he was on.
Oh, yeah,
Battleworld.
I remember that,
And
yeah.
so he had all these adventures on an alien planet. It's the same story.
Weird.
It's
I
just
never,
the Thing
never
versus
even thought of that.
It's just not Gladiator.
Who?
It's just not Gladiator.
Right. Oh yeah. Gladiatorial, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Not the character that Marvel.
they
doesn't
did
have the
theme it
rights
after
for.
the movie Gladiator.
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, totally.
So the casting on Civil War, we're still waiting on more heroes. Any other casting news?
In the Flash Arrow spin-off news that they announced the character breakdowns for the 3 main characters that they're going to be adding to the show.
But we don't know who those.
We don't know
characters
who they
and
are.
it's
Yet.
just
There's a lot of
speculation.
speculation. Yeah,
Okay.
seems like one of them might be
And-
Booster Gold. but
And these
we
cast.
don't know yet.
Booster Gold, really?
That
That'd
seems
be
like
kind of
it,
cool.
yeah.
So and the casting notices were just types.
Yeah, just types.
'Cause they
just
don't wanna give
character
anything
types,
away, right,
Because it's
okay.
for the actors that are auditioning.
Did
They
any of
don't
the
want
casting
to know.
notices say seeking a Booster Gold type?
No, but there was one called the one of the archetypes was called the Traveler, and he
Mm-hmm.
was described as like a kind of wild card, Han Solo-ish type like rogue character.
Jonah Hex.
Yeah. Well, but or yeah, could be. But the Traveler also.
Right. Yeah.
Time
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking Phantom Stranger. I'm thinking other people it could be.
Yeah. Or Rip Hunter, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
But I would think.
Not Rick Hunter.
No.
Not TV's Rick Hunter, played by Fred Dreyer, who got his brains blown out in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Returned to television.
Not Hunter. No.
Not TV's Rick Hunter. Solving crimes with Dee Dee.
No, not that guy. And then another big piece of news too was that Marvel is foregoing Comic-Con in San Diego this year.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, Marvel Films, at least the studio, is not going to be doing any.
They're busy.
They are going to be at WonderCon though,
now,
which is in Los Angeles.
In their defense, a lot the Comic-Con stuff, the Comic-Con stuff has become more TV dominant recently.
Very true.
And I wonder if maybe they just don't have anything ready to show.
I don't think they do. At that point, I think everything is already going to be pretty much out, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Except for Ant-Man.
But still, for them to not have a presence is pretty...
Yeah, it says something. I mean, I don't think they need to either. I mean, it's not like they're going to get any more press by...
No, yeah, of course not. Of course not.
I think they're just a juggernaut now.
You just don't feel like they're...
not the juggernaut.
No, not with the crimson gems that are out. But do you think they're... You don't think it's a snub to the fan base, do you?
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's just maybe fatigue.
Now, that news broke because James Gunn said he wasn't going. He didn't know if he was going because Marvel wasn't going, right?
Yeah, or something like that, I think.
Yeah. He's been talking a lot lately.
Yeah. There's been a lot of people who we talked about that last week. And there were a couple of other people recently, I forget who exactly, but actors who've been talking out about how sci-fi movies, not necessarily comic book movies specifically, but sci-fi tends to get snubbed in the awards season, which is, pretty much what James Gunn was talking about as well.
Yeah. What did you think of that? You weren't here for us.
I wasn't, but I listened to it.
Yeah, and
I was pretty upset when I heard it because as an actor and a huge comic fan like all of us here, this is our time now.
It's our time down
here.
So you mean you're upset because you agree with him?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not upset at him.
This is I'm upset, and I don't care if people like it or don't like it at this point because it's not going to stop me from going to it. But this nonsense with the Academy Awards and their criteria for choosing the best picture is now more confusing than ever. It's obviously
the best picture this year did have something to do with comic books, though. Strangely enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
It's a political, artistic choice.
Well, they haven't gotten the memo, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Hopefully now they have. But I mean,
you're on notice.
For Gunn to say that is great. And the other thing is, you look at the Academy Awards, and to get off a little topic here, their ratings are down. Like, viewership is down big time. And
it's been diving.
You look at the demographic, and it's the 60-year-old. No offense to 60-year-olds plus that are tuning in mostly to watch this.
Yes. People just listen, or people just get the news the day after. For the most part.
For the content that you're quote unquote dissing, and which James Gunn is talking about, that's on the rise, and it is dominating your industry. And if you haven't paid attention to that, so my idea is, if you want ratings to go back up, why don't you take the movies that are dominating your industry, dominating it, that are putting butts in the seat every time a movie flashes, and take a look at these films and get over yourselves and get over the ego, because this is what people are coming to see. This is what people are throwing billions of dollars to come to watch. And people aren't comic fans. Like, people who tuned in for Guardians of the Galaxy who weren't comic fans loved it.
Yeah.
It was something totally different for them. And is there nothing to me more artistic than a comic book? With the writing and the imagination and the skill and art to bring all that together, and then
I
the
imagine
art of movie
it's
making and cinematography.
I imagine it's a pretty awesome gig for design people when they get involved. in
They
a
should be
comic book
nominated
movie.
for so many awards
yeah.
in these movies. It's ridiculous. And then, of
Well,
course...
the thing that bothered me was that Guardians of the Galaxy was nominated for
Two?
production
Two?
design and
Yeah.
makeup, and it didn't win either.
And I don't was
I'm
Winter
so-
Soldier even nominated?
It was
at all?
nominated for like sound editing
sound
or something.
effects? That makes sense.
You
Wow.
know, but the thing is, I mean, like, okay, listen, no offense, Wes Anderson, but enough with the shtick. It's like, oh look, it's Amelie Light over and over again, and I mean, listen, I love his movies, but
I do too. I really like.
But the fact is, there's no way that should win best makeup over Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
Or
that doesn't
Foxcatcher
make
for
any
that
sense.
for that matter, where they turned
Steve
Carell into the DuPont lunatic.
Yeah.
And I apologize to DuPonts and lunatics for that term.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was. I don't know. Enough.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that trend's gonna change.
Well,
because the Academy is made up of a very specific voter block.
Exactly. But
yeah.
here's what's the criteria. So the best picture isn't the one that makes the money, obviously.
Well, technically, now American Sniper, I think, is the highest grossing movie of last year.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah. And watch as it gets devastated when Avengers 2 comes out. It's probably already reached its numbers just on the trailers alone.
Yeah,
Whatever.
right.
Anyway, and that's another thing. The whole that American Sniper is glamorized and is a nominee.
And
Why
then
that
it
movie?
would go the new Hunger Games movie after that, and then Guardians.
Was that Mockingjay?
Something like that. Yeah. What is it? Yeah, I think it's that.
The Hunger Maze?
So that's in the same. That's in the same vein. That's not going to obviously
Yeah, that's another
be
genre
taken
movie.
seriously.
Yeah, another genre
and
movie.
it shouldn't. But anyway.
American Hustle
That's the point.
Games?
I like those movies.
Hunger-
I
It's
mean, they're entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
exactly.
movies?
It's not- the Hunger Games.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
Really?
they're not
I'll
great.
stop it.
Whoa.
I just think you're.
But Winter
you're-
Soldier is movies like that. That was great.
I
Well,
think you're predisposed to like them
Yeah.
because your story was told
Very similar. Yeah.
across 8 films, which represented 7 books.
Yeah.
And
Same
a
kind of
similar
thing.
genre.
Very same kind of
you know.
thing.
But
Have you
anyway,
talked to Hagrid lately?
Not much.
He's always giving those rock cakes. He bakes himself. Anyway, so you agree with what he said, and
it's annoying. The Winter Soldier was great. It was a really
it was an amazing
strong movie.
Yeah, it was
Guardians of the Galaxy, in my
Beginning to the
opinion,
end. And that too.
was the best crafted movie last year.
And I
It
can
was-
understand why they would steer away from Avengers. It doesn't mean that it's okay to steer away from it because it's
Well, Avengers
still,
technically is the year before.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in this general,
Two
this
years.
this conversation in general about
Right.
who gets in and who doesn't. It's like, are you kidding me? These movies aren't vying for awards. in any way?
Sharknado was not nominated for a single
That's
award.
a travesty
And I think that's
and a
it. Didn't
mockery
even get nominated
and
for
a
best
sham.
sharks.
And let's talk a little bit about
Travis
acting.
Shamockery.
Didn't get nominated for best Ian Ziering performance.
Bradley Cooper, one of your favorites.
Well, he's Rocket.
too.
He is.
Yeah.
And he's portraying a sniper, but Chris Evans can't get any love. Look at the guy he's got to portray. That's no easy feat.
Yeah, that is. It's really hard to make him
And that's what they
accessible
think.
and
These actors are
sympathetic.
playing superheroes. So
Because
it's-
wasn't that
so you don't take a
everyone's
look at it?
wasn't that everyone's complaint with the first Captain America movie, that it was too antiquated and that his character wasn't accessible enough?
Well, it took place
And
in
then-
World War II.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
He's
just
Captain America.
ridiculous.
That was a
But yeah.
complaint? Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. A lot of
God, people are so dumb. Gosh.
and Joe.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's so yeah. When I was listening to you guys talk about it, it was just I had to pause and make some notes because that just is ridiculous. They're movies. They're enjoyed by millions of people around the world. Something's right. Someone's wrong here and someone's right, and I think the majority is speaking about that. But anyway, the next age.
It's the silent majority.
Avengers 2 is going to come out. It's going to make billions of dollars again. It's going to put people in the seats all across the globe, and it'll get shunned again. So,
Can I hit another? Can I do another prep Stump the P-Train World question?
yeah,
Sure.
Back into our Buffy anniversary Stump the P-Train edition, warm-up edition. What act? Now this is going to transition from the film to the show.
Okay.
What cast regular, not for all seasons, but what cast regular from Buffy, the TV show,
yes.
had an uncredited role as a vampire in the movie?
Wow. That is interesting. Man.
It's a man, and he played a supernatural character on the TV show as well. There's a hint.
And he was.
So it's not what was the paramilitary boyfriend's name?
Riley Finn.
Yeah, it's not Riley Finn.
James Marsters?
No, it would be Seth Green.
Seth Green. Interesting.
Yes. Buffy's
that
Oz.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He was the little.
So wait, how does this work? So now he loses everything because he.
No. These are the warm-ups. These are just to get him into fight. This is sparring.
Okay.
I'm like Mick.
I should have known that.
I'm
That
like
makes
Mick
sense.
for
But
him. You see?
Okay.
And I'm trying to turn him into a greasy, fast Italian tank.
Bleeding olive oil.
Yeah. You got heart, kid. Now chase that chicken. So
Get that olive oil out of you.
because you're a bum.
Yeah, I think that's all the news I got.
Yeah, it was whatever. The news is the news. We can't make things happen. Can we?
Well, we can try.
We can try.
We can try.
Can knock some more planes out of the sky.
Get a Marvel movie in the nomination board every single year.
Yeah, so
So, you guys, you want to talk about the return, the glorious return?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, why don't you guys hit it?
All right. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was back this week. It was something. I mean, the Inhumans got name checked.
Yeah,
that was a
That
big
was
moment.
cute.
It's cute.
That was very
It was
cute.
Fitz that did it too.
Yep.
I really liked Fitz in this episode.
Yeah.
We got to see Raina and what she has become.
Yeah.
Still not really clear on if she's an actual character from the comics. I can't think of anyone that she'd be.
Wasn't there a character Thorn?
There's a lot of different characters. We talked about this a little bit when the finale happened. There's still speculation of who she could be.
But none of them really feel right to me.
Right. And well, that's why. Yeah, they're just speculative. But
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of different names.
Yeah.
She's definitely somebody.
I don't know. I could see her being an original character too.
I could see it, but I don't think so.
Well,
That's
that's
my
why.
bet.
But then who is she? Because
I don't know.
we've seen enough so far to.
That's
like,
the speculation.
yeah.
She might be a hybrid, also, like a mix.
Yeah, of two different
stories.
characters. For instance, Gordon, who we met this week too, the Inhuman who has the teleportation powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People were speculating that he was a character called, was it Reader or something like that? From the new Inhumans arc that just started recently. But his power set is different on the show than the guy in the comics. His power set in the comics, though, would be incredibly hard to do on a TV show. Because basically whatever he writes comes into being.
Yeah.
And that's just a can of worms for...
Not to be confused with the one-time leader of the Hand, Gorgon, who's also blind.
Yes. That too. But yeah, so all we know about him right now is that he kind of has Nightcrawler-ish teleportation powers. And he took over for Sky's mom as the mentor for budding Inhumans, for
Interesting.
new Inhumans. I liked the character, and I liked the way they represented his power too. I thought that the moment at the end of the episode,
it was really cool
when he popped in and saved her, called her beautiful. That was nice. I like that.
It was really cool.
And Deken Lockman, I believe, is the name of the actress who plays Sky's mom, and she's a Whedon alum as well. She was a big character on Dollhouse.
Oh, okay. That's the one I still do not know.
It's okay.
It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, you're not
You're not missing
anything.
But it's good. I liked it. Baron von Strucker got name checked.
Yes.
Which was a big thing. Dr. List also finally got named. He's the doctor that Strucker was talking to in the after credit sequence of Winter Soldier.
Cool.
And so he's kind of the placeholder character for Strucker right now on the TV show.
Were you surprised by the death of Rick Hunter?
Wait.
Rick Hunter. Rick Hunter was one of the Hydra elite.
Oh, he was.
He's
That's
the one
right.
that
He
got
was.
shot.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I was
was.
talking about. It was Rick Hunter. It was TV's Rick Hunter.
Bloom.
Fred Dryer.
I believe his name was Bloom.
Fred Lighthouse. Was his code name.
Lighthouse was the code
Right,
name.
yeah.
I think it was Bloom. His name. I didn't even put that together. It was him though. He looks,
TV's
he
Rick
looks a
Hunter.
lot older.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was a great moment too when Lance Hunter killed Rick Hunter. Yeah, he was cold blooded, just headshotting him. Yeah, that was there.
Wow,
I really like that actually. I like that Coulson had a little venom there too. That he was gonna make them pay for Tripp's death, and all of the little Tripp moments in this episode I felt landed really well. From Skye being sad that she shattered him, to Coulson giving the case back to his mother.
Yeah, it was cool. And then he looks at the picture and you can see
you can see
and all the other
Howling
agents.
Commandos.
A really cool moment.
And then at the very end in the stinger too, where they're like telling funny Tripp stories, and she says, "We're all gonna laugh a lot less now." Silence, and I felt that was a good send off for Tripp, who was a character that I really did enjoy, and it felt like he still has an impact even though he's gone.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I did, and then Bobby and Mac with
that was interesting.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't know where that's going.
I don't either. And you were saying to me that you think it's kind of annoying, right, LTG? You think that storyline's a bit annoying? Because I think it's just them doing the same thing they did with May again.
Yeah, exactly. The reveal is going to be less exciting.
That they're working for Fury.
Fury or someone some other splinter faction of...
What if it was...
I still think it's a sword thing. Sword? Yeah, that's what I said originally. Sword or hammer.
Could be.
Sword, it could be hammer, yeah. Whoa! Since they've got the rights back to Spider-Man, can they throw Norman Osborn into the universe?
Do a Dark Reign thing?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That would be an interesting way to go.
Yeah, that would be very interesting, but I think this was all written well before that deal.
I think it was. Yeah.
So, it was great. I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if it was they were reporting Maria Hill.
That could be too, and therefore Stark maybe as well.
Yeah.
Because that's going to have to happen.
Yeah, eventually.
Could be Stark. Yeah. Actually, that would make a lot of sense.
That would make a lot of sense.
Or both of them.
Maria Hill
because
is
that
working
tech,
for Stark.
That tech seemed very Stark-esque, like the dongle he puts under the...
The
I love using the word dongle.
The toolbox.
Can you...
Yeah, Nick Fury's toolbox.
No, you remember in Avengers, he sticks the dongle under...
He does stick the dongle in there.
He sticks his dongle in the
That guy was
computer.
playing Galaga.
Yeah.
He thought we wouldn't know.
Exactly.
But we did.
Quick break here for another bit of Stump the P-Train Buffy-versary.
The Reyna and Hyde moment.
Dr. Kelvin's
when he
powers her down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all right, let's end this right off the bat. The little Marvel
I'm a
hierarchy.
huge fan of Kyle MacLachlan as Dr. Kelvin's
there was that very comic booky moment where he's like narrating what his plan is.
He's gloriously megalomaniacal.
It's a little
It's
goofy.
so close. I actually wrote that. I wrote kooky.
Yeah.
He is, but he's kooky because he's out of his mind.
He's a Hydeman.
He needs his
Dr.
his
Jekyll and
green
Mr.
cloak.
Hyde. Yeah, that's his.
Real quick, which actor, series regular, main cast member from Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, suffers from a stutter?
Oh, is it Nicholas Brendan?
Yes, it is. Very good. See, he's getting warmed up.
You get a seed.
That's,
I read
actor
something.
who played
I read
Xander. by the way.
I read something about that once.
Very good. We're going to be peppering in the Buffy trivia. It's very good.
I noticed.
Very good. Peppering it.
It is her 18th anniversary on television.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
I
But
don't know.
not Sarah Michelle Gellar's
No.
anniversary, of course, because
she was in a Burger King commercial.
she was in a Burger King commercial, and they got sued because she said nasty things about McDonald's.
Yeah, that's right.
And, yeah, as a little kid.
She was like a little kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like she wrote.
And then she was on All My Children.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting things happening here.
That's
okay.
all I know about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. Oh, the episode's title, too, was kind of cute. Aftershocks. I get it. It's Quake.
Yeah, sure. And there were shocks. There were shocks abounding.
It was neat. And about the death of Tripp, too. It was kind of
yeah. Which was handled very well, and we had said it better be about that, and it really was about that. I liked it a lot. I loved Coulson saying to Mac, if Tripp was here, he'd suit up, he wouldn't bitch.
Yeah.
That
Put
was
him
great.
in his place.
Yeah, that was great. That was really good.
All right, so we'll wrap that up. Stay tuned. If you like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we'll
be talking about it next week. So.
Because it's a good show.
It is
Great
a good show.
If you're a
More
if
people
you're
should
any
be
kind of
watching
Marvel
it.
fan, you better be watching it.
Yeah, if you don't watch it, then you're not any kind of Marvel fan.
Yeah.
In my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be one of them, like, 2099 fans or something like that. You know?
I don't know if there's.
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
from
those.
that. I don't know
You
from
like
that. With the,
I
with the
don't know,
Ravage.
2099. I'm not
The
huge
Ravage.
fan.
He loves Ravage.
No.
Ravage.
Oh, you like Batman Beyond?
That was a great show.
Batman Beyond was a great
Great
show.
Timverse,
I was
man.
getting it confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
A very, very good show. Other shows? There are no other shows right now.
Gotham.
Oh, Gotham.
next week.
Yeah.
Which
Now, there wasn't a Gotham earlier this week, but there was
No.
one last week.
We
which
didn't
I-
talk
I-
about
The
we
Hood,
didn't talk about.
or the Red Hood.
What'd you say?
The Red Hood one.
no,
No, that was...
was the one after that with
Yeah.
Dollmaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you guys talked about the Red Hood.
Yeah,
Yes.
we talked about
Yeah,
it.
that's why I brought it up.
Do you have anything to add to that since you weren't
To
here?
the Red Hood?
Yeah. No.
He's a Red Hoodman.
It's yet another character that are all. I'm glad all these guys are all around at the same
Well,
time.
Red Hood should be
around because he was
around.
used
He's
as
older.
he was apparently a like gimmick that the mob would run with back in the day. There were
Red Hood made
a
sense.
bunch of characters that were in Red Hood, including the Joker.
And so now we have another potential Joker who's the kid at the end of the episode who picks up the hood.
yeah,
Right,
exactly. So they're still not giving
the
you a
Joker's
definitive
gotta be that
Joker
one kid.
origin.
Doesn't
Well,
have
that
to be.
doesn't have to be.
can it
They're
not
giving
be?
they're playing games with you. They're fooling
doesn't
with
have
you.
to be
Well,
Jerome.
It
They're
doesn't have to be
wasting their
Jerome.
talents on that kid,
Yeah.
man, because he's fantastic.
But they're doing the multiple
That'd be a-
origin
that'd be
thing.
a
They're
shame.
playing around
Yeah.
with the idea of
Yeah.
the chaotic,
Which is what
nature.
they've done in the books, so it's actually
it actually
kinda
is
cool.
kind of cool.
Gotham was good. The Dollmaker thing was all right. I mean, it was weird seeing Jeffrey, Combs.
Jeffrey Combs, yeah.
Yeah, all turned into like a half woman kind of skinny thing there at the end of that episode.
Yeah,
Remember
that was really disturbing.
And it was not very well done from an effects standpoint.
No,
so
not
it
really.
was sort of.
But it was like
It was disturbing, like the
same-
half dog, half bum from the
but
remake
also kind of like
Invasion of
the
Bodies.
eye squish from
Yeah.
the previous week's episode. Like the all the Dollmaker and Fish Mooney storylines are getting like very
Gross.
gross. Just
Yeah.
kind of just
Yeah.
alarming.
And enough.
Unsettling.
With Fish Mooney. Let's end it.
I like what they've been doing with her since she got
Well, she's
Mish
going.
Fooney.
in prison there.
You know what it makes me?
She's done.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me because I want to ask P-Train, what actor was considered
Already?
for Riley Finn, did not get the part, and then later, out of guilt, was given a part in a later season,
Huh.
in the final season.
Nathan Fillion?
Yes.
Boom.
Nathan
Very
Fillion,
good. Caleb was,
That makes sense.
was
And
their
he was
apology
Caleb, yeah.
for him not getting.
That was also an apology for the cancellation of Firefly
Yes.
as well.
Aw.
That season also over in Angel, the season that happened, Gina Torres played Jasmine.
Yep.
And then the
She was
season
in the
after that,
Adam
Adam
Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
Who
was
will
in-
always be my bodyguard.
She was in the MMA, right?
What?
Gina Torres. Oh, that's Gina Carano. Never mind.
No, Gina Torres.
Gina
was,
Torres is married to Lawrence Fishburne, actually.
Is she really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they actually, have you ever seen Hannibal? Because they play
No.
husband and wife
No.
on Hannibal, actually. It's
I don't
kinda
watch a
cool.
lot of TV. That's funny.
I recommend Hannibal, by the way. It's a great show. It's
Okay.
coming back in a couple months.
Any other shows that you said have you been watching anything else that you recommend?
Well, while we're on it, I guess, yeah. Well, I did watch the last few episodes of Constantine, and I wanted to talk about that because there is one episode that's a big DC kind of mythos thing that they used the Eclipso crystal in,
Cool.
and like people were being possessed by the Eclipso crystal.
Right, and just
John figured out what it was.
I see LTG is looking at you like he's not 100% sure about Eclipso. So.
Oh, Eclipso is he?
Oh, I
he's
know
a-
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
The little purple
I don't know
stone.
if listeners do.
Well, Eclipso is one of the
Big
big bads.
DC villains.
Yeah.
He's like a Justice League level
Yeah.
villain.
Dark side level almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a this ancient stone that can possess people and is supposedly like this shadow demon or
It's a
something.
malevolent
that
entity,
lives in it.
yeah, yeah.
From like ancient times.
Yeah.
No, people don't really know what
From
it
like
is.
the 20s.
Yeah, and that was pretty good. Hellblazer was pretty good. And then that actually got me thinking about because there's a rumor that it's being shopped to Sci-Fi right now.
Yeah.
And they would change the name from Constantine to Hellblazer,
Sure.
which would be cool. But I've just recently gotten into watching another sci-fi show, 12 Monkeys, which is based on the movie, of course. But that show is really, really good. It's well written. The acting on it is very good, especially for a sci-fi series. And the time travel elements in it are fantastic. Like they actually really know what they're doing. And the ratings have been ticking up for the last like 3 or 4 weeks now. They're actually like, for a sci-fi series.
Is that your people's pick for the week?
Yeah, that would be my
want people to see
people's pick.
The people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and you were a fan of Nikita, right? LTG, kind of, a little bit.
The show?
Yeah. The show.
I was a huge fan of the movie,
Oh, okay.
but the show was okay. I watched it more because
Do you remember the guy
I
who
liked the
played
female leads.
the computer guy on that show?
the little hacker.
Yeah, the hacker guy. He's the main character, Bruce Willis's character from
Aaron
12
Stanford.
Monkeys. Aaron Stanford.
Oh, crazy.
And Justin, his best friend on the show is played by Kirk Acevedo from Fringe, who played Charlie,
Yep.
who was a great character.
Speaking of the guy from...
I actually know the writers who adapted 12 Monkeys.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
I actually know the creators of the TV show version. And I'm happy
I read
to
an
hear that
interview
it's.
with them.
I'm happy to hear that it's going well. Big foodies. One of them is a big
Oh,
foodie.
cool.
Very big foodie. So, yeah. Cool. Very cool.
And then other shows, we've talked about this one before too, but Star Wars Rebels just had
love it.
their finale this week.
Love it.
Yeah.
Or last week, I guess.
Yeah. And if you have not caught up, we don't want to give any spoilers because a pretty major event happened.
Yeah,
And-
but we'll talk about it in a week or so.
I can't wait till we've had enough time because some people catch up on those shows.
Yeah,
especially when
it's
it
all
airs
on
on
demand.
XD.
Yeah.
Most people watch it on demand, so
Yeah,
they
so
don't,
you
or
need to
they
give it a couple
DVR it.
days
Yeah, exactly.
to actually get on there.
Which is why also, a show that I've gotten very into, and I know you watch, Justin, is Gravity Falls.
Oh, I love that show. Yeah.
Fantastic comedy, and actually a comedy show that is kid and adult friendly. That has a
very rare.
really complicated plot.
Plotline.
Yeah,
It's
it's
kind
so
of
good.
H.P. Lovecraft inspired.
It's so good.
plotline.
I mean, X-Files, H.P. Lovecraft, everything.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's such
Kind
a
of
great
Twin
show.
Peaksy too. a
Yes,
little bit.
yeah, oh, very much so, yeah. Very, very good show. They actually did, I won't say anything about the most recent episode, but they did, I think, one of the most, they have the two agents that constantly show up.
with one of them.
I really thought about Twin Peaks because one of them was in drag. They
Yeah,
were
that's right. Yeah,
and
like
it made me
David
think of
Duchovny's
Duchovny,
character, yeah.
So really good stuff.
All right, so for people listening, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Rebels, but we're going to wait so people can catch up.
Yes.
So this is your spoiler alert. We are going to be talking about it in full next week.
Yeah.
So watch it, get caught
Yeah.
up,
All the episodes of the first season are out now
Yeah.
too, so you can watch them all, binge them if you want to.
and they're great.
It's a
I was
really
on the
good show.
fence at first because I really was a huge
It
Clone Wars fan.
took a little while
It did.
for the show to warm up. Once it did,
And the art took a little while for some reason to
Yeah,
get used
it-
to.
yeah.
Especially
And
the
it-
aerodynamics.
yeah.
They've done such an amazing job.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni is still doing it, I think.
Yeah, he's one of the I think he's the showrunner, but he's working with three
It's just
people.
fantastic. And the tone just changed and as it got towards the end. It had that Clone Wars feeling.
Yeah, it did.
That urgency, and it was really great. It was really good. And I'm glad that I started watching it because
Good show.
they've
Indeed.
done a really good job. And hopefully we get a Marvel animation in that style.
In that kind of.
That would be very
because
cool.
Disney's all running it.
Well,
now,
have you seen Big Hero 6 yet?
I haven't seen it. No.
That actually, I really enjoyed that movie, and that's
heard it did well.
Pixar Marvel collaboration.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Very, very good movie. Significantly different from the book,
Yeah.
but very good.
There are similarities, but
But the team is different.
Isn't like Sunfire?
Yes.
The leader
Yeah,
of the Big
yeah.
Hero 6.
You know why they couldn't use
Because
Sunfire?
of the X-Men.
Because he's a mutant.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That dang Fox.
The coolest
studio.
thing, my favorite thing
Dang
about
20th Century
Big Hero
Fox.
6, and this is not a spoiler, so I'm going to just say this. Coolest thing about that movie was there's two traditions with Marvel movies. A teaser at the end and Stan Lee cameo. And they combined them in the greatest way possible.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? One more warm-up question, and then you're ready to hit him?
If you want, yeah.
Okay. Last warm-up question for you.
Oh boy.
It's a series of questions. We're going to tell a story together.
Okay.
James Marsters plays Spike, of course, as we all know, Spike is a vampire.
William the Bloody.
Yes, who was a failed poet.
Yes. That's why they called him William the Bloody, because he was a bloody, awful poet.
So that's right. So how Spike is notorious and actually very respected amongst vampires for a very specific reason. A feat he accomplished twice.
He
What
killed
is it?
2 Slayers.
Very good.
He killed one during the Boxer Rebellion.
In China,
and
yes.
He killed another one in the 70s.
In the New York subways.
Yeah, in Harlem, I believe.
And now let me ask you a question. Who was that second Slayer?
Nikki Wood.
And her son?
Robin Wood.
He's good. He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. Robin Wood, of course, becomes
the
principal
principal
at
of Sunnydale High when it is reopened.
Yes, and is part of the cataclysmic battle at the end. Yeah.
Indeed.
And
And
who
he dates Faith.
Yes, very good. Okay, I think he's ready.
So you just have a bunch of warm-ups. You don't have the
No,
final.
that's it. Oh, well, I do have one final one, but it's so obscure.
because he's got to answer all these to get the prize.
I
round.
know that, but he's ready. He's ready. He's warmed up.
I've already missed one.
He's missed one, but he got the majority of them.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
Okay.
Okay. So let's hear it.
All right. This is just the final. P-Train answers these. He gets a treat.
I don't know what that
And
means.
as a
but-
treat for listeners, you're going to get to hear him enjoy it
What?
on the mic.
Oh,
Maybe
boy.
not. All right. Now, are you ready? Because this has nothing to do with what you were just talking about.
Okay.
But we're going to keep in the same vein. I'm going to give you some names here.
I need to prep some concentration music.
Oh, boy.
Okay?
All
And
right.
they all stem from different various pockets of nerddom. Cartoons, fantasy, a couple fantasy, some sci-fi, some fantasy martial arts,
Okay.
video games.
All right.
Okay, are you ready?
I don't know.
Our engineer, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready for the names? Here's 5 names. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Ned Stark,
Yeah.
Lion-O,
Mm-hmm.
Lee Mubai. Engineer, am I allowed to give him a hint?
You could tell him who Lee Mubai is.
Okay. He was the main hero in Crouching Tiger.
Chow
I figured
Yun-Fat's
that's who I was.
I think, yeah, that was a little tough.
Yeah.
Because I know you probably haven't watched it over and over like I have.
Yeah.
Drizzt Do'Urden,
Mm-hmm.
and specifically Arthas when he's the Lich King.
Okay. You want the weapons?
People aren't going to know who some of these characters are.
Well,
so
we'll
we're
go
gonna
over
tell-
that again.
Okay, got it.
I mean, what are
So
their
yes,
iconic
you know,
weapons?
yeah. What are their weapons? So
I have no,
let's go one at a time.
No idea.
Let's go.
I have
one
no
at a
idea
time.
for a lot of them.
Let's go one at a time. Let's go one at a time. Ned Stark. For anyone who doesn't know, Ned Stark,
It was called Ice.
House of family, the
Yeah,
Stark
the
family.
Stark family
House of
from-
Stark, right?
And it
Walls
got
of the
melted
Stark
down and
family.
made into 2 separate weapons.
Yeah, okay.
Oathkeeper and
But you
something.
already know. You already knew
Yeah,
the name
That's
of the
good. So Ned Stark's famous family sword was ice.
I have
Too
no
bad.
idea what Lion-O's.
I thought that was the easiest.
I haven't watched that.
That was the. We'll come back to it. We'll
Okay,
come
we'll
back
come
to
back
it.
to it. Lee Mubai, what was his sword called in that movie?
Crouching Tiger?
Yeah, the one that they all went crazy over.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in.
And everyone tried to steal the use
I
to
haven't
make
seen the
oh
movie
my
since it was in theaters.
God!
Come on, the blank sword.
Crouching Tiger
No.
sword?
Drizzt Do'Urden's 2 rapiers. Dude.
They're not rapiers. One's a scimitar,
Scimitar.
and the other's a short sword.
I thought they're both scimitars.
They might both be.
I think
like
they're
that.
both scimitars, but I don't.
Dude,
I don't.
This is
again.
I'm a little embarrassed right now. Your nerd,
I know.
your
what-
nerd card might need to be revoked. And Arthas' sword?
I know that. That's Frostmourne.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good.
That was easy.
I had to throw one in there I knew for sure without a problem, and I knew you'd get Ned Stark.
All right. Well, listen. Some of this was tough. I'm the one that really shocks me, in all honesty.
The Eye of Thundera. A Thundercat's in
No,
danger.
that's not the sword.
Sword of Omens. Give me sight beyond sight.
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. I thought you would get that. Sword of Omens, of course, features the Eye of Thundera.
You know, it's funny because
By Jaga! I thought you'd know that one.
I had Voltron because he uses the blazing sword. And I said, you know what, that might be a 2 bit
That's also lame because that's not the name of it.
But
That's
it's
just-
still, but it's the blazing sword. And so I said, I
So-
took it away,
and
and
he
I
did-
did Lion-O instead. Cause
And so
that was a more
who did he
iconic
get?
sword.
Now, what did he get?
I only got 2.
2. No treat.
No treat.
You do not win, you get stumped.
Wow, that is sad.
That
That's
was a big
sad,
stump.
sad moment. I mean,
So we talked about Ned Stark. Lionel's obviously the leader of the Thundercats. Limu Bai was the main hero of
with the
story.
Green Destiny.
The sword's the
sword.
Green Destiny. And
I haven't
went-
seen that movie since it was in theaters.
Drizzt Do'Urden is a famous Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah,
drow
I
elf
should
ranger.
know that.
And you
Simply
totally
because
should
of-
know it, and I can't
The
believe
test
you
is
don't know
over,
it.
Firestar,
Because
and
said
you
it.
failed.
We've talked
I
about it.
can't hear you.
We've seen it in the games.
Yeah.
I know it's in the game. Yeah, it's in Baldur's
You have
Gate.
no
One
idea
is-
what any of them are called? You know they're two
One
different
rhymes
names.
with one of our oldest sponsors. Doesn't it?
H salt fish and chips.
No. Isn't one rhyme with Dinkle?
Uh-huh. Twinkle and Icing Death.
Twinkle and
You know it.
I mean, it's not like he asked you Artemis and Trari's weapons.
I wouldn't know
Do you
that
know
either.
it? Did you know that there was Twinkle and Icing Death?
I wouldn't know.
Must
Okay.
be going out of my mind.
Gandalf.
Glamdring.
Very good.
Yeah, but I didn't do it because I know he'd know those. Those are pretty easy.
Yeah.
Thor and Oakenshield.
God, I can't believe he didn't know Drizzt's weapons. They're like
Orcrist.
Oh, Orcrist. Yeah, the faux hammer.
Yeah. Biter and Beater.
faux pie.
Well,
Well, all right, fail.
did you just do a stern
I didn't.
stern call out?
No,
Very
because
nice.
someone gets sued.
No, we won't. That was a tribute. It was an homage. That was a homage.
Goblin cleaver.
So
It was a
P-Train stumped.
homage.
Failed, no treat.
Oh, that is sad.
I know.
That is very sad. I don't know what to
He
say.
did all that good work on the Buffy.
Such a disappointment.
Yeah.
Such a disappointment.
Maybe I'm going too tough.
I think
Maybe
that-
gotta
I
scale
think-
it down.
I think a couple of those were tough. Which ones did he get?
Two.
first and
Frostmourne
last.
and Ned Stark. Ice.
Really, really shocked that you didn't get. I didn't know the last one because I don't know WoW.
Well, right. I wouldn't have given that to you.
Right. But
He-
I'm really
he knew he-
shocked that I
I
thought.
had to give him
Sword
one
of
I know
Omens-
he would know.
What about He-Man?
He-Man.
Oh, no. No.
It's two halves.
Oh, it's so sad. Well, the other half, of course, Skeletor has.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
The Sorceress had both of them at one time.
yeah, of course.
All right.
Wasn't Castle Grayskull originally her?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So.
Well, last week you did good. Is just the timer messed you up. You knew you could easily name. That's why I did the timer because I know
I
you'd have
think
no
it
problem
was the
naming
pressure
five.
of a delicious treat on the line. I think
so,
that's
too.
what did it. I do.
Could
I
you
think that's
have
what
named all
did it.
5 of those? You could have named 5.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
All right, you want to redeem yourself?
No.
You can do some push-ups.
Do you want to redeem yourself?
Sure. You got something for me?
Yeah.
Ask me a question. Go ahead.
The knockoff toy in the 80s, the GoBots.
What about them?
Yeah.
Who was their leader and what did he transform into?
You know what? It's funny you asked that. I thought about GoBots the other day. I never watched the cartoon. I refused to have anything to do with the toys. I know nothing about them because they were a knockoff of Transformers, and it bothered
I
me.
would say people at home, but you could just look it up. So you can't,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
So
you can't play this
yeah,
game.
no, I'm sorry, but I don't know. Do you know? Can you give me the answer?
His name is Leader 1, and he turned into an
That's
F-14
the most
Tomcat.
generic name ever.
Leader.
I was
One.
going to say, it's in the question. His nemesis was Psykeel, and he turned into a cycle.
Wow, was it really?
Oh, that is
Oh
just...
dear.
His henchman was
God.
Coptor. I think it was the Coptor.
Wow. Do you guys remember the show
was the
Mask?
Oh, yeah. Matt Tracker, baby.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
He knows that right off the top
Yeah.
of his head, but he's not going to know the Sword of Omens from Lionel? Come on, man.
I never really watched that show.
Oh, okay.
What?
Here. What?
No, I didn't.
But you know, like that Tigra used a bolo whip, and you know that Chitara
No,
used.
he didn't watch it.
I
He
didn't watch the
it.
show. I know of Snarf,
What about
but that's
Mumra?
more because of like Robot Chicken.
What is Mumra?
You know of Snarf because he is the analog to Orko.
Yeah,
who
exactly.
Jammed you last
Yeah.
week.
They're the
there
same
was
character.
There were so many there were so
could
many
have gone
basic
to.
like old school Marvel names that you could have just said like Man, Beast Man, like
Man
Beast- how did you not say
faces.
Beast
Man,
Man?
yeah.
How did you not say Beast Man?
I was trying to get Orko. I remembered it was Orc
Oh.
something.
He was like, if I get Orko, it's a personal
Do
victory.
you want another? Do you want a Masters of the Universe trivia question?
I don't know much about it, but go ahead.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, let me hear it.
No,
Let me hear
this
it.
is tough.
I can do it. Let's hear it.
What one Skeletor henchman was also a famous '80s TV show?
You mean the name was the same? Manimal.
Nope.
That was just a guess, because that would be Beastman, though. That doesn't make sense. Let me try
Okay.
again. Hold on. It was also an 80s TV show? Okay, here we go.
like so
what?
many 80s TV shows.
What?
Riptide.
You gotta know your Masters of the Universe.
No, I don't know.
Different Strokes.
That
You remember him? He had all the fins.
No, different strokes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Webster.
Oh God.
Nice. Very nice.
That's pretty
Ram Man, you could have said.
cool. Ram,
Yeah.
man.
How do you forget that one?
Oh, wow.
I don't
Tila,
know.
Stratos, my
So
favorite.
good. They're so good.
And they didn't have to be villains either. They could have been allies. You know, very sad. Very sad. I mean, can you name, G.I. Joe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can rattle those off for days. And Transformers, he didn't even get to, but
Yeah, I could do those too.
Yeah, well, very sad. Very sad. Very disappointed. I'm sure the fans out there are weeping.
Yeah, probably.
You've let them down.
yeah, wow, I know.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Hey,
what
listen,
to do.
everybody
I don't know
at
if I
home.
can go on.
That doesn't mean he's not a nerd. Okay, there's all walks of nerddom, all different types of categories
trust me.
and varieties. If I would have said stuff out of Skyrim, I'm sure he would have probably gotten just about all of them. It all just was what you are used to.
I'm
right?
happy you bring that up because we're done with the shows, I think, right?
Oh, one more thing I wanted to say
yeah.
about the shows.
Oh, go ahead.
And I would use it as a trivia, but I know I've told both of you already about, and this is funny, about Daredevil, since we're talking about Daredevil, and we will be talking about more about Daredevil. Actually, never mind.
Okay, well, that was great.
That was-
Thanks,
that was
dude.
a
Everybody just forget
nice
about
little diversion.
Thanks.
I was trying to divert you. Your phone was ringing. So the shows are ended. Yeah, we done.
It's cool because you brought up Skyrim, and one of the things I know you've wanted to talk about more is video games, and I have a big
That would
announcement.
require you guys to play something other than.
I do play other things at Skyrim.
Or MLB.
I am
Not,
just-
not gonna do it.
I am years ahead of you, and the issue is.
No, you're not.
Let me finish my statement. I don't know if Justin knows this, but I have an announcement for those who have listened to this before, this cast. LTG has finished Arkham Asylum, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my!
And he has now moved on to Mass Effect 1.
Oh well, buckle up.
Yeah. So, let's see.
I know the way you play those BioWare
Judging-
games too.
judging
it's
from-
gonna take you probably 3 years to
Dude,
get through.
if it took him that long to get through,
How do I play this?
5 years it took him to get through Arkham Asylum.
like with the Knights of the Old Republic things too.
What?
Just like you take your time. You
Art.
you investigate and do every single side quest.
That's what he was doing last night. when
I
talked
want
to him.
the money so I can have the best weapon. So when I go
It's-
face my fate, I'm fucking ready to gun down.
I will warn you
But
about
they,
something with the Mass Effect games.
Their
They
decisions.
Their decisions he knows about, but the other thing is the events are timed. So if
Yeah.
you do too many side quests
You'll
and ignore
lose
the
out
main quest, you
on-
lose out.
yeah, and it'll actually
You gotta
negatively
play-
You mean down the
impact
road?
it.
Yes, and during the actual
during-
game.
You know what? You know how I'm going to play this? If it happens, it happens.
Okay.
I'm going to take
Okay.
the challenges as they come. And
When
present
Zaid
themselves.
Masani is dying in your arms,
I don't care about
I
that.
don't feel-
You're gonna
no,
feel
you
bad.
are gonna feel bad.
I am
will.
a soldier.
and you're gonna probably have to load some old saved game.
Yep.
To make
Yeah.
sure
I'm a
that he
shock
doesn't
trooper
die.
specter. The mission is what matters.
Yeah.
I'm born from the
Yeah.
old way.
Just
It's like
watch
the
how you
mission is
handle the
first.
press. That's very
I
important.
was
Watch
very
how you
good
handle
with
with the press.
I
And-
answered it just like a military man would answer it.
Oh, did you punch her?
No,
I
no.
did.
I always
I
punch
punch
her.
her.
I said it. I
Get them
represented.
sweet renegade points.
I represented humanity and the Alliance very well with the interview.
In the BioWare games, the canon track is always the
Paragon.
The Paragon track. Anyway.
But I will
You know what
say-
always amazes me about the BioWare games is that the information they give you, like the codexes,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
same thing
yeah.
in Dragon Age. It's so ridiculous.
the
There's
world
so
is
much information.
Tolkien or Roddenberry-esque
Yeah.
in its
The manual is within the game. You don't
yeah.
need any
Yeah.
kind of manual
That's
because they
all-
explain
all-
everything in
all the
great
stuff
detail.
in Skyrim.
It's
too,
absolutely-
just-
oh, yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And the Fallout games too. All the
Which is
Bethesda
what I
stuff.
really would love for him to try is Fallout. I think.
Well, it's the queue.
But 6
is-
years from now, when you
When
are
you finish
when
the-
you're about to
all
start
three
Mass
Mass
Effect
Effect.
3.
Now, to be fair, he said it didn't take me years to get through Arkham Asylum. I just had it. I never sat down to play it through.
Yeah.
Right.
It took me.
This
6 years
game,
to play it.
Mass Effect games are so. Wait till you get to the second one. It's so good.
Oh, I
Yeah, I think the
I
second
will
one's
be
my
on
favorite.
the. I will be on the second one by the weekend.
But there's the best thing about the second one is the resolution of a character from the second one in the third one.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
I
talking
think
about.
I do.
This is for blank, you son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah,
I got a great deal.
Man.
I got.
That's the best writing I've
Yeah.
ever seen in a video game.
Oh yeah.
That was incredible.
Really?
Oh, yeah, there's a moment.
Wow.
There is a moment
The
in
writing
the
and
third
the
one where I told you get
I know.
revenge, and it's unbelievable. And I think it's only slightly different Paragon or Renegade, right?
Oh yeah.
Like one, you break the sword and do it, and the other one, he misses and you do it.
Yeah.
It's dope. You'll love it. It's gonna make you feel terrific.
Commander Shepard.
Yep.
I got a great deal, by the way, when I got it. $14 for all 3.
Yeah.
That's good. On
And
Steam.
that sales, no, it was on Amazon because I
yeah.
found that deal,
Yeah.
and then the next day it went back up to $30.
So, and now on video games, the Witcher is something you
That's something that is a game I think I talked about before, but that's the game I'm excited to. look
Witcher.
into next.
When you guys told me that I was talking about evolution, it was
Evolve.
actually Evolve. It was actually Witcher was the thing I had seen the preview
okay.
for that I was really into.
Yeah.
So-
Now, personally, I don't have experience. I didn't play 1 or 2, but I was aware of them. But when I saw the development for The Witcher 3, it looked like a fantasy, swords and sorcery,
Sandbox.
Red Dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It is.
And the world looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like the art and
Well, you know
It's
what's
incredible.
You know what's a good fantasy
Yeah.
sandbox
Yeah,
game?
it's called Skyrim.
Ow! So, I don't know. There was like a little trailer for it, a developer walkthrough, and you take on like a wyvern.
I think you would just walk around Skyrim shouting Kind's peace all the time and making friends.
I'm
with
actually
a bear.
that's the track I want to play next.
Druid type thing,
on like
ranger.
the illusion magics.
Okay.
You know how you can cast calm and stuff like that and get through the entire game without even fighting anyone.
I will tell you something. If you're playing Skyrim and you don't work on illusion and you use any spells, you're insane because that's how you get silent spell is by buying points in illusion. And I'm like a stealth arcane archer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
so
good, yeah.
I bound bow.
Bound bow.
Oh, sick.
It
Sick.
is pretty sweet.
Sick. And then there's the game you want me to start playing with you. What's that game?
Yeah.
Divinity Original Sin?
Pac-Man?
Ms.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
But yeah, the thing that's cool about going back to The Witcher is, did you guys see the trailer?
Yes.
Did you
I have not seen the trailer. Actually.
even though I said look at the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah.
That's clear. I'm glad I waste my breath.
Yeah, didn't do it.
So we have to leave him out on these talks because he hasn't seen it.
I have played the Witcher games, though.
Oh.
So I technically probably know more about it than
It's cool that he has 2 swords, one for magical beasts and one for just plain out slaying. So that's kind of fun.
I would ride.
It's got a little hand crossbow
I like
too.
one sword. I mean,
Can't-
what?
you can't.
It's a little.
Spell
It's a
sword.
little. It's a little Devil May Cry to have the multiple swords.
You can't. You get a little hand crossbow too.
A little Devil May Cry. Like you mean like the Drow use? Hand crossbow.
That's what it sounds like.
Took.
No.
Fool of a took. Yeah, no, we will. If people should check out, if anybody knows more about Witcher 3, right?
Yeah.
So now that's not out yet.
No.
So if anyone has played beta, let us know because that would be really cool. That would be cool.
And another game is Adrift. Have you seen anything like that?
Is that the one word or it's a drift?
One word, Adrift, with a
Uh-huh.
1 instead of an I.
Right.
It looks like a cross between the movie Moon and
That's a great movie.
That's a good movie.
what was the big movie with George Clooney and Sandra Bullock?
Oh, Interstellar. No, not Interstellar.
No, the other.
Gravity.
Gravity.
It's like a mixture of those. You're like trapped on a space station.
It's called Groon.
And then it's like it's all first person,
Okay.
but it's like 2030 something.
I think it's time to bust a little trivia on you. I think
Oh.
we're going to stump the LTG here. You
Okay.
brought up Moon.
I don't know if I'll get this.
Who directed Moon?
I don't know.
And more importantly,
It's not my forte.
you don't know who directed Moon? I'll tell you, Duncan Jones.
Okay.
I know.
He would
Who
know.
is Duncan Jones' father?
I know it.
I know you know it.
Indiana.
I will give you a hint.
I don't know.
He is a musician who also had a character in his albums that was a major sci-fi influence.
Yes. And his real name is actually the inspiration for a character on Fringe.
This is for his trivia, not mine.
Well, but he knew it. I knew he'd know it. It's David Bowie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
He also-
However,
he
Iman
also
is
directed-
not his mother.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's directing what now?
I forget.
Warcraft.
Oh yeah, it's the World of Warcraft movie.
Yeah.
He also did that.
We'll be
movie
talking
with,
about that.
with Jake Gyllenhaal, where he was.
Oh,
on
that was a
the
great
train.
movie.
Yeah.
Source Code.
Yeah, Source Code.
Great movie. Great film.
that'll be a future sidekick for sure.
Yes.
So anyway, this game Adrift is the last on your space observational satellite, and you make your throw. If you haven't seen it, you gotta check
It's
it
not
out.
like Dead Space, is it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's like
I never
literal-
played those
It's
games.
like a kind of first-person, hands-on simulator, kind of like.
Okay.
So you're operating in this space station.
So like
and-
Kerbal Space
and
Program.
it's no, and it's all anti-gravity, and you have all your readouts and stuff, and there's like all these stuff floating around that you can grab, and
Mm-hmm.
as you're going through, these stories start opening up about the people who died in the tragedy, and then yourself and all these things, and there's just all kinds of things to interact with, and then you.
Sounds more like Myst.
That's what
like
I was
as far
A
as
little bit.
gameplay.
That's what
A
I was
little bit.
thinking, like,
But
gameplay
of course, it looks amazing, and
Right.
then you get out of and you see the wreckage.
Okay.
And every once in a while, you have to keep giving yourself oxygen, or your character, or you start to panic. And you see the wreckage, and you see the Earth and the space, and it looks amazing. And then you see like a dead astronaut or cosmonaut, or whatever, floating in the wreckage still. So this person is just kind of like going back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. because
So
they're,
it's
like,
basically
stranded with
puzzle,
no communication
it's a puzzle
out there.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is kind of like
Yeah.
this. Then.
I'll check it
and
out.
so the character you're making your way through, trying to figure out how to cope and figure out what to do.
It sounds kind of like Portal too. A little
Mhm.
bit.
Portal.
So check it out if you haven't. It's really cool. If you want a break from like the combat and the guns and the thing, if you just want something that's like a story and like
I'm
just
very excited.
get into it.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I mean, I like that kind of thing. I'm very excited. I'm going to be going to see Faith No More reunion tour, and you mentioned Portal. Mike Patton, lead singer of Faith No More, does video game voices.
Oh, really?
He did the Darkness in the Darkness games.
I
He
think
did the
I
Anger
heard about
Sphere in Portal.
Oh, hey.
He also did like the Zombies and I Am Legend and stuff like that, and he did a bunch of voices for Left 4 Dead. If anybody, I want to actually have a discussion at some point about some of like the great trivia voiceover stuff. We should get into that at some point. So that's another thing I'd like people to write in suggestions and things like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We forgot about one thing too, comic book, TV wise too.
What?
Powers.
Oh, yeah.
The series just came out on whatever. It's on
I haven't-
PlayStation Network.
I haven't.
think, or
I
something.
haven't.
Yeah, I remember we mentioned it was coming up.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at it.
I haven't seen it either yet. but,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that
Sometime
Well,
we
there you go.
Take a look at
Oversight
it.
corrected.
yeah, we'll look
That's
into
your
it.
assignment.
We'll look into
Well,
it.
we'll look
If
into
you
it.
think we should watch it, we'll watch it. And then, of
Yeah.
course, if anyone
Charlton
else has seen
Copley
it-
is
Is I Zombie? Is that a
that
graphic
is actually
novel?
a DC property. yes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That is that.
I haven't
out yet?
seen it. It is coming out this week.
It's
I
a
think,
CW
something.
show, isn't it?
It is a CW show, and it's actually the showrunner of it is Rob Thomas, not the Matchbox.
Oh no,
20
it's not.
Rob
Oh
Thomas.
damn.
Sorry, ladies.
but not the Rob or the Rob Thomas that had the song with Santana. Not
Yeah.
that.
Oh man.
Smooth.
All right.
But Rob Thomas, who created Veronica Mars, which
Okay.
is actually cooler. I was a big fan of Veronica Mars.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right. So anything else? Are we
I think
wrapping
we're
this up?
wrapping it up.
I think that's pretty much it.
We're good.
All right. So this is saying goodbye. We're signing out. We'll probably see everyone. You'll hear from us again on the Sidekick. Check for
Next
us
week
on
on
Fridays.
Wednesday, and then Friday again for
this.
OFTF.
Yeah.
For P-Train Peterson and for Justin Lane, I'm LTG. Thanks for having fun with us.
Take care.
Bye.